U.S. Marine risks life to expose disturbing scandal that could take down entire Democratic Party. This is chilling. Wasserman Schultz has been under several investigations in the last year, including as a person of interest in a murder while also under investigation for helping a Muslim IT worker commit numerous crimes against America. This woman stands to possibly spend the rest of her life in prison for her crimes. And that really caused the United States Marine to come forward with startling new evidence that could not only help to take down Wasserman Schultz but the entire Democratic Party as well. If you're not familiar with the things that Wasserman Schultz is under investigation for, here's a quick recap. Back in May 2017, shortly after Florida lawyer Barrington J. Wiseman Jr. was set to expose Wasserman Schultz's fraud and visa case in Florida, his dead body mysteriously washed up on a beach mere days before he was set to testify. Just like those that have been connected to Hillary that has suddenly come up dead. The case was ruled a suicide, regardless of the fact that there was no gun found at the crime scene to explain the gunshot wound that was inflicted in his head. Murder is only a mere half of what Wasserman Schultz seems willing to do in order to protect her political interests. Wasserman Schultz has also been actively stalling the federal investigations concerning her Muslim IT workers' treason against America. Even though she knew that Imran Awan had been taking intel off Congress computers and selling America's top secrets to foreign countries, she had willingly been his accomplice every step of the way. During a recent FBI raid of her home, investigators found these very same laptops that were storing this intel smashed to bits. Smashing them was a way for Wasserman Schultz to destroy evidence of her Muslim IT workers' treason against our country, a tactic that should probably learn from Hillary. Instead of cooperating to help bring this Pakistani traitor to justice, Wasserman Schultz decided to try and destroy United States Marine Andre Taggart, who just so happens to be the witness who provided the key evidence in the FBI case against Imran Awan. Taggart is now a sergeant with D.C. Police Department and he isn't easily intimidated. Andre Taggart alerted the FBI to damaged hard drives and a cache of electronics tied to Imran Awan, a former IT specialist for dozens of House Democrats. The Daily Caller reported, Awan is the central figure in a criminal investigation of suspected procurement fraud and violations of the congressional IT network, including diverting data to an off-site server. Wasserman Schultz has been publicly slandering Taggart, all while calling him a racist Islamophobe. She is working hard to continue the narrative that her precious Muslim is a victim of religious discrimination by law enforcement. The Daily Caller's investigative group interviewed Taggart on Wednesday, where he said the lies that Wasserman Schultz is spewing was amazing. It pisses me off, said Taggart, a black Marine who says he votes Democrat. He said that Wasserman Schultz is doing nothing but devaluing the meaning of genuine discrimination, while simultaneously putting the security of America at risk with her petty games. I just want to get these guys locked up and exposed, and now, Taggart told the Daily Caller. The people who facilitated them should also be locked up as far as I'm concerned. Taggart then dropped a bombshell on the entire Democratic Party, claiming that they are all working together to protect this Muslim traitor at all costs while actively and willingly slandering law info. Our cement officials and federal investigators as being racists despite the astonishing amount of evidence against this Muslim. I'm absolutely disgusted with everything going on in the country right now, Taggart said. He stated that he will no longer remain anonymous because of the grave mistake that Democrats are making by ignoring a scandal with serious criminal and national security implications. According to insiders, Wasserman Schultz never took the probe into her former IT staffer very well. They claim she has refused to answer any questions and was literally running away from reporters when she spotted them coming toward her. The Blaze reported, They claim she has refused to answer any questions and was literally running away from reporters when she spotted them coming toward her. The Blaze reported, Wasserman Schultz has also been unhelpful and at times a hindrance to the investigation into the Arwins. Senior congressional officials called her lack of cooperation unsettling and suggested the results of the investigation could very well lead to her resignation. The Blaze went on. When a man who is a self-admitted Democrat and is being called a racist despite him being black himself, you realize just how bad things are getting on the left. This man is risking his entire career to expose Wasserman Schultz and his fellow Democratic colleagues, which should tell us all something very important. Wasserman Schultz needs to be locked up in prison for helping this Muslim commit these crimes and then helping him to hide it all. Maybe we should bring back public hangings. I'm positive that people would think twice before committing treasonous acts against our country if it ended with them dangling from a rope like they would have 100 years ago.